Hey, friend, I am Teresa Lusk, founder of Coach and Productions, and I work with politicians, ministry people, and professionals and everyday people. My passion is it's media coaching and it's also personal coaching. I have a story of my own. You can go check it out at the teresaluskshow.com. And I love to teach people how to succeed through communication, all things communication. So whether it's video, whether it's in person, whether it's through relationships. So all of it ties into that one thing, communication. So there's one question that could change your life. And a lot of people will ask this question of you from time to time. And that is, tell me about yourself. Have you ever had somebody ask you that? Well, here's the thing. When somebody asks you to tell them about yourself, they're looking for specific information. They're looking to see, who is this person? And what are they like really? When I ask somebody about themselves, I learn so much within one sentence, within the way that they answer. If you answer when somebody says, "Hey, tell me about yourself," and your response is, "What do you want to know?" You've already started off on not the greatest footing. Now, I don't want to discourage you. So that's why I want to teach you how to answer. Why? Because answering the question correctly could change your life forever. That's true. You could be sitting next to a CEO. You could be sitting next to somebody really with a lot of influence. You could be sitting next to your future spouse. Who knows? But you want to know how to answer the question. So people don't understand how powerful that one statement is. Tell me about yourself. Well, first of all, you've got to identify the environment. Are you in a personal setting? Are you in a professional setting? Are you in a political setting? Are you in a ministerial setting? I don't know. Whichever setting you're in, understand that that's going to determine how you answer. It doesn't mean you're lying. It just means you'll know what to respond. If I'm at a job interview and the employer says, "Tell me about yourself," I'm not going to start telling them how many kids I have and all of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to speak about my personal life as little as possible in that setting. If I'm talking to somebody at a political event, which I often go to, as you've checked out my stuff, teresaluskshow.com, you'll see that I'm very politically involved. I go to places, I interview elected officials. So if people ask me, what do you do? Guess what? I'm going to share. I actually interview elected officials and community leaders. And we talk about faith, family, business, and politics, and in politics being very, very much at the forefront of what I do. And then I'll say, I have my studio in Allen, and I'm working on my doctorate in law and public policy. And by the way, I'm also a pastor, and so I kind of lay it out in that manner. If it's a personal communication, maybe it's a potential date, maybe it's a new person I just met. I may do a variety of that. I may say a little bit of what I do, but I may also talk about my family and say, I've got three grown children, two grandbabies, etc. Recognize the environment that you're in, but never say, "What do you want to know about me?" Because at that point, it really says, I'm not confident enough to talk about myself. I don't do it very often, and I don't really know myself. So those are things you really want to look at. So one of the things that I would recommend for those of you who are saying, "Hey, I want to grow," right? Your personal about you, your professional about you, and more of the just kind of neutral about you. And so you start writing a little bit about yourself and you learn how to put that together in a more succinct manner. So I may not drag out a 20-minute story, but I may quickly say, you know what, I love all things politics and ministry, and I spend a lot of time investing in that, and what have you. And as you learn to speak about yourself, you never know the opportunity that you may be sitting in front of. You never know if you're sitting next to your future employer, your future business partner, your future husband or wife, etc. So, very important to learn how to answer the question, "Tell me about yourself." I have been working with people in just a very dynamic selection. I have worked with people who are dealing with marriage issues. I've dealt with people who want to write a book. I've dealt with people who are going through grief, deep grief because of a breakup or a divorce. And I've also worked with politicians writing their scripts and producing their videos and coaching them right here in the studio. So I have just a dynamic background, and I would love to assist you and empower you in that. So check out our information and reach out to us so how we can help. Don't forget to learn how to answer the golden question, tell me about yourself. I'm Teresa Lusk.